Hi guys, today I'm going to run you through a quick and easy tutorial on changing eye color. I've got a portrait photo here. This technique will work on any sort of photos where you want to change the eye color basically, so whether it be a person or an animal or whatever. Now, let's get started. Control plus, we can zoom in a bit, have a look at the eyes. So what we'll do is I'll run you through a technique to do it, and I'll probably overdo things just so you can get a good idea of what's happening, and then show you how to tone things down again a bit at the end. Alright, so if we jump up here, we can add a new color balance layer. Alternatively, you can come down here and select color balance. Alright, so I've got this layer, right? And right now, we can make adjustments, and they're going to affect the whole image, and we don't want that because we only want to affect the eyes. So what we can do, we have a layer mask down here on the color balance layer. So first you want to press D to make sure that you have the default color selected, which will be white and black. Now, Command backspace will fill the layer mask with the background color, which at the moment is black. Now, one thing to remember when using layers in Photoshop is black conceals and white reveals. So essentially what that means is if I press B now, I've got the brush tool. Now I can make adjustments in the color balance and it's not affecting anything because our layer mask is painted black. Now, if I was to press Alt backspace, fill a layer mask with white, white is revealing the effect. So now you can see the effect is revealed. So I'll go back to the layer mask, press Control backspace to fill it with black. Now the effect is concealed again. Now what we can do is go in, press B to get our brush tool, press D to make sure you're on the default colors. And you want white. If you want to switch between white and black there, you can just press the X key. Alright, so I've got our white as our foreground color now. So what we can do is just paint in around the eyes. But let's first dial in some changes in the color balance so we can see what we're doing here. Alright, Control plus to zoom in a little bit more. Now the square bracket keys will change the brush size. So what we can do is just paint around here, use a fairly soft brush, decent opacity, but make it quite soft. So we've got a hardness down here at only 2%. Alright, so just paint around here, try and keep within the bounds of the eye. And it's also a good idea not to paint over the pupil because we want to keep them nice and black. Okay, so because our color balance is really wacky here, we can see exactly what we're doing. I'm on a Wacom tablet at the moment, which makes painting nice and easy, but there's no reason why you can't do it on a mouse. Okay, so they're not looking too bad. Now, if, for example, I paint outside the bounds of the eye, what I can do is now go back and erase that using the brush tool again. So press X. Now we have a black brush. Now remember, black will conceal, so we can paint that effect back out again. Okay, I'll zoom out a bit. You can see the devil eyes now. Now what we can do, color balance. For the eyes, I generally keep it on mid-tones. Let's just zero this back out a bit. Alright, so now what adjustments you make here is really up to you and what effect you want to achieve. So what I'll do is I'll bring a bit more green into the eyes, I think. So just have a play around and just come up with whatever color you like. Now clearly this is overdone here. It doesn't look natural at all, but we'll address that later on. Okay, so now I've had a play around, we've made our adjustments. Now with the color balance layer selected, you can press Control J And that will do is duplicate that layer. Now, if we turn that new layer to a soft light blending mode, it'll really give the eyes a bit of pop. Now you can see the difference before and after. Alright, so now we have the issue here that everything is a bit overdone. So we can go first of all back and select the layer that's changing the color the most and reduce the opacity down. Now this is kind of just a balance between reducing the opacity of each of these layers to see what effect you like. Remembering this top layer is really providing pop, and the bottom layer is the one that's dealing with the color the most. Okay. Reduce that a little bit more. Now, easy way to see the effect of those two layers is to hold down Alt and click on the eye icon of the background layer. Hold Alt again, and what that's doing is only showing the background layer and then toggling the new layers back on and off again. Another way is to hold down Shift, select these two layers, press Ctrl G. Now they're within a group. Now you can easily just turn that new group on and off. Jump back in here, and then you've got those two layers that are now contained within the group, and you can go and control the opacity of them individually. So now we'll jump out here. You can see the full image, complete with green eyes. Now that's still too much, so I can just reduce the opacity overall of them. And just slowly bring that up to where we think it looks good. Okay, and this would be a before, and this is the after. So hopefully that gets you started on messing around with eye color and bringing some pop into the eyes. And yeah, stay tuned for some more tutorials, and we'll get a bit more advanced and see what we can come up with. Thanks for watching. Bye.